Hello. How's it going, guys? I was at a trunk or treat with my daughter. And she was Pikachu, so naturally I was Charmander, Charizard. Technically both. How's it going, everybody? Happy almost Halloween. And Andy was Mewtwo. He does have the Mewtwo thighs. I should convince him to do that one day. Hi, Z-Dog. Okay, so Pokemon Pocket. Oh, thank you for the combo. They just had their new update, but it's not all the way live yet. He doesn't have Mewtwo's snatched waist though. That is true. That is true. Well, it's only right now because we're both a little chubby from being new parents. Okay, and if you don't know, you'll get it if you're a parent one day. Okay, but there was a time he had snatched waist. Guys, do I try for it? Do I try to get it? I have to try. I simply have to try. Okay, it was top right. What should I pick? 4 stars are always worth it. Oh, come back to me, camera. There we go. You played more Legends ZA today? That's what I'm planning on doing. I don't know which one. Same spot? It was the first slot. We got Yanma. RIP. I say top left. I don't want to be responsible. Damn. David, this is somehow falling on you. I actually just missed your comment entirely somehow. Oh, you're good. You're good, wise one. He is. He is built like a brick house. Okay, is anything else good in the Wonder Pick? Lots of Gardevoirs, but I got a couple of those already. I like that it says how many cards you own now. That's cool. So Pokemon, they did gift me some money to use on this new set, but I'm wondering if I should wait to do the new set until the premium missions changes so that I can get whatever the new coin is, because the Lily stuff is cool, but I'm not like a Lily super fan or anything, you know? Like Lily's alright. Or not Lily, what is it? Is it Greninja right now? Or is there nothing right now? Oh wait, there's premium is okay, I have it wrong. I have it completely wrong. Where is it? Pokegold? Oh yeah, it's the Greninja stuff. I can't lie. The Greninja coin goes kind of crazy. Yeah, sorry. I said the wrong thing. I meant, if I should wait for the next, like, bonuses. I bet it'll be a Mega Pokemon. Probably, right? Oh, but is that gonna be better than frickin' Greninja? I'm like looking over all the... Okay, let's look at the mat though. The mat's pretty awesome. Like you can't really... My camera sucks at doing this. Guys, just use your imagination. Remember that, do you remember that PlayStation stream? Just imagine the possibilities if my camera could show you what this looked like. Oh, there, you can kind of see it. That's pretty cool. The coin is just... Coin is just nice. Anyways, we'll just wait. We'll wait until that comes out. Really fast. Deep, deep, deep. Or Pokemon. Yay. Sorry, I'm like trying to remember how to add the link on Instagram. Okay. Hey, what's up, Kai? Good to see you. Put my little baby over here. Very good. Let's see, because that comes out in... Is it in an hour? Sorry, I really need to stop checking. If it's in... Is it in 1 hour or 2 hours? 2 would be midnight for me, so it's probably 2 hours. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll play some ZA and then see where we're at for Pocket. Hello. Throw this over here.
ICK just followed.
Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right. There we go. Come on, game capture. Also, Battlefield 6 is amazing. I've heard good things. I haven't tried it out myself, but I've heard pretty good things. Oh, let me fix this. There we go. That's a little bit better. Don't say the game name, you'll summon the Bunty. Not the Bunty. Oh yeah, we just made it into Lysander Labs. Need to find the key. Letter A is displayed on the console. Yeah, that's probably the one that just takes you back to the beginning anyway. Make sure you check out that ARAM mode when you get the chance. Oh, the ARAM Mayhem? I actually have played a bit of it off stream. I think it's really fun. I am a fan. Oh, rip. Seems like none of them are powered. Don't mind if I do. Is this Pokemon game awesome or meh? I'm having a great time. I can't lie. I've been having a really good time playing it. But by no means do I think this is like a perfect game. But I have really been enjoying it. I like the gameplay. I like the active battle system, and I didn't think that I would. It's been really fun. I love the character customization in this game. Oh, that's okay. That's back where I was. I see. in here? Oh. Oh, hi, Scotty. Okay, got my popcorn ready. I'm gonna settle in and watch this baseball game I've recorded. But I've gotta watch out for spoilers because the game is already over. Well, I've never heard Charlie talk about any sports in my entire life, so it should be safe to pop in the Discord. Scotty, no, I'm so sorry. Man, Richie was like, what's your opinion on this baseball game? I've never had an opinion on a baseball game before in my entire life. Oh, I'm so sorry. I like the battle system in this game, gives it a whole new feeling to battles. I agree. I've really been enjoying it. And I didn't know if I would. Because it's just so different and I'm so used to turn-based. And taking my time and everything, but it's been really fun. Hi, Drudid. Good to see you. The giant hole? Probably shouldn't once again have 3 water types on my team, but you know how it goes. You know what? We literally don't have an electric type, so maybe we'll throw Manic Trek on here. Oh. Okay, well, we can't go that way. Can't go this way at all. We need to go all the way back to the beginning. The 25 stream streak. My goodness, and this is how I repay you, huh, Scotty? We find the key. Oh, we found the key card, I see. Whoa. What is that? Oh. I love Noivern. What a cool Pokemon. Ah, dang it. It's okay, I blame Richie. So sad, because you would have been so safe, you know? Uh-oh. You really would have been. There's no reason for me to ever bring up freaking baseball. Dang, dude. Maybe if the other team would have won, you would have been safe, but instead, the Dodgers lost to the Blue Jays. I didn't even know they lost. He just said they were up. I was like, they can't dodge this L. First sports content in Charlie's Discord in 84 years. I know, and it's baseball of all things. Something that I literally have never followed. Like, at least I've followed some football and like a little bit of basketball, but literally none baseball. Where is this god dang key? This just puts us in this room. Room with nothing in it. Nice effort, Starmie. Really good try. This place is just crawling with frickin' Houndoom. At least there's a pro basketball team in Charlie City. That's true. Yeah. Go Jazz, right, fellas? Wait, did I miss? No, okay.
Tommy Alex just followed.
Wait, hold on. Let me scroll up a little bit. It's I hardly even watch baseball either, just watching some with Toronto in it. Oh, gotcha. It's the only Canadian team and they haven't been in World Series in 32 years, but I don't know why we're asking Charlie for her opinion though. Don't worry, Cam. It was just a series of unfortunate events. No one really wanted my opinion. Letter B is displayed on the console. What have I missed here? Oh, I got all the way here and I was like, it's red. That means I can't go. Whoops. Oh, true. We got the mammoths now. If Charlie gets 100 gift subs right now, she has to stream the next Eagles illegally on Twitch. What are you saying? I have to give my commentary on an Eagles game, something absolutely no one wants. And I would get my channel permanently banned from Twitch. It's just a win-win. Everyone wins. The lights are on. What? I thought we just turned it on. Am I losing my mind? What did we do? Oh, wait. Is it this one? Nailed the commentary, honestly. Dodged that L. Scotty, I just feel so bad. This is just back. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Wait. Wait, no. This is still not it, right? Yeah, no, it's not. Dang it. Why am I so turned around right now? Here we go. Metting. Oh wait. Beldum. Oops. How embarrassing. They're level 52? That's so awesome. What? Come on, Beldum. Really? That is highly disappointing. Ooh, look at these beds. Is that the part of someone's Rotom phone? I mean, there's a wild Rotom afoot. I've got more time to watch stream and play video games. I'm not even mad about it. Ah, yes. It's my plan all along. I was like, I gotta make sure Scotty doesn't waste his time watching the baseball game. He has to watch me play Pokemon. Better spoil the game really fast. I'm the frickin' worst. Just zapped through the entire game in about 15 minutes. Since the baseball game was spoiled, let's spoil this Pokemon game. Hey, relax. God, he's like, Lysander, hold this L. What was that? Was that Dragalge? Oh, yeah, she turned back to normal. I like this little underground map. It's cool. Don't spoil the baseball game.
Hey Charlie, time for Ray and David to choose their starter Pokemon. Chars Pog,
David.
Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog.
Damn. David, you didn't tell me that you've gone this long and you've never chosen a starter Pokemon. That's crazy. Hi, Rainy. Thank you for the biddies. Any Mega Starmie spoilers available? I don't know if there's anything else. It could be it could be spoiled for me. Get him for point blank. That's crazy. We do not have this. We need the letter C. F's in chat for Houndoom. Poor guy. He did that. The up close Kamehameha wave. Oh. Dude. Let me catch the Noivern. So cool. Whoa. I don't know about this one for alligator. Here we go. Get him, Starmie. I need to get an Alpha Starmie. It's like, I have to do it. Oh. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh, Premier Ball? That's not what I meant to throw. Are you serious? I mean, I'll take it. I will take it. Thank you very much. Every Ultra Ball that I've thrown hasn't worked, but Premier Ball, Alpha Arbok, sure. No, I don't think I'll ever get over Mega Starmie. Ooh. feel like I need to save. Oh. Looks like you have to defeat it to continue ahead. Wait. Wait, why? Why is it... Why did... Okay. I knew it. I knew I had a reason for saving before this. Oh, you can't just catch him either. Oh. Oh, nice. Hey, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Wait, do I not get to catch it? Hello? What? What just happened? They had the angry marks, so I couldn't. Wait, what? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's just try this again really fast. Didn't give me the window to catch it, so maybe I can't? Why can't I catch Alpha Aegislash? Oh, did it just auto-save? Deep breaths. Okay. Wow. Wow. What is this? One of the standing stones that line Route 10 all the way to the ruins of... Okay, so it's apparently behave in a mysterious manner. Hmm. Dude, why did it not let me catch that Alpha Aegislash? I'm actually so upset. Why did it do that? Also, hello Ace. Good to see you. I would like to go to, I don't know, basement floor 2 first, probably. There's nothing down here? Alright, guess not. Probably res my Pokemon. Actually, I'm gonna swap Manectric. Probably shouldn't swap with Arbok. My 3... Do I want 3 poison Pokemon or 3 water Pokemon? Decisions, you know? Let's just opt for 2 fire Pokemon. Why is it so dark? 3. Whoa. Oh, it's the ultimate weapon. Some of the machinery powered back on in response to your presence. Like your Charizard cosplay today? Thanks. I went to a trunk or treat with Ray. She was Pikachu. And the whole time we drove over there, she saw herself in the car mirror and she'd go, Pikachu! It was really cute. 4 files are available for your playback. The device, the fuel, the legends, our shared dream. The legends. Kalos is said to have 2 legendary Pokemon, Xerneas, which represents life and rebirth, and Yveltal representing destruction and death. The power to grant life and the power to steal life. These are mysterious abilities that even science has not been able to decode. What would happen to the world if we were to use such power to activate the ultimate weapon? Hi, I'm from Italy. Hello! I'm also from Italy, but not like actually. My grandparents are from Italy. It was real cute. She's a cutie pie. This device was created thousands of years in the past. It was originally designed to restore life to a Pokemon that had perished. We have found the ultimate weapon buried in the earth beneath Geosenge Town. Is been well preserved. We believe we can have it operational within a week. So they had electricity 3,000 years ago? Oh, I mean, I guess they had electric Pokemon 3,000 years ago. I have questions about the implications of that, but they're probably not that important. We believe Ash should still possess it since he was the machine's creator.
Dabbit choose Quixley as his starter Pokemon. Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog.
Thanks.
Maybe you can ask Ray to voice Elekid Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog, Chars Pog. Elekid is like BBB, Chars Pog, Chars Pog,
That's so
Chars.
true. Elekid is like beep beep beep. The device that grants life, in fact, grants the deceased life stolen from other Pokemon. It's because the basic function of the device is to distill energy into its purest form, then emit that distilled energy. This emission can take the form of convection, radiation, or conduction. Thus, life can be conducted back into a Pokemon that has lost its own, allowing it to be revived. Hello, Ches. Hello, Brody. That podcast was so good, dude. What then would occur if we were to fuel the device with the energy of a legendary Pokemon? Which file would you like to review? Our shared dream. As the world grows wealthier, the number of Pokemon and people who will continue to grow, and that growth will invite new difficulties. In time, life will fill every corner of the planet until no more life can be sustained. When there is only one of something, it cannot be shared. When something cannot be shared, it will be fought over. And when something is fought over, some must survive without it. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things. That's just not even kind of a real philosophy to have at all. My comrades in Team Flare, the time has come to lead the world towards a more beautiful future. Hello. Have you learned the secret of the ultimate weapon? How truly abominable it was. Ah yes, the snowman, Az created that weapon. Then 1,000 years later, he also made a device that now dwells within Prism Tower. Ella? But how? Zygarde seemed to wish that I'd come to this place. I have lost most of my memories, and yet this place does bring back something. What I remember clearly is Az. When I spoke with him 5 years ago through the bars of his cell, I did not know his true intent, but I did learn of the device within Prism Tower. I set my mind on activating both the ultimate weapon and that device. But to activate the device required a certain Pokemon, one particular Floette, and there was no way to know where that Floette could be found. That led me to abandon my plans for the tower's device, but the ultimate weapon could be activated using the key Az carried, and so I did. There was an explosion, I remember that much, though I cannot recall the cause of it. Perhaps the weapon was incomplete. I was buried deep in the earth together with Team Flare's secret base. But you're right here. But you're still alive. Zygarde saved me. Oh? It worked to protect all living creatures in the area from the light raining down, the deadly light of the ultimate weapon. In doing so, Zygarde exhausted its own power. But at the weapon's activation, the device in Prism Tower awakened as well, sensing danger. I'm just imagining the slug from Naruto. You know, Tsunade's slug that like engulfed the village to help him. That's what I'm imagining Zygarde did to Lysander. Now it has become a threat to Lumiose. It could fully lose control at any time. To stop the device and protect the city, Zygarde must regain its true power. It's giving me a mission. Sooner or later, the tower will enter a frenzied state similar to Rogue Mega Evolution. The only one who can bring it back under control is Az's Floette. Yes, we need the eternal flower and a trainer who can draw forth her full power. This is the truth I know, and now you have learned all that those young people waiting in Lysander Cafe wanted you to learn. Go and speak with Grisham and with Az, then do what must be done. Whoa. Hi, Jay Cook. I just don't really know if I can really trust all of that. You do seem to have somewhat of a clouded memory here. Did you see Lysander? He's still down. Guys, I checked. He's still down there. Think that he's still alive. And yet he doesn't seem to remember us in the slightest. How could he just forget? It's all because of him that the rest of us... Grizel, there'll be time for such things later. And you, Charlie, you know the truth of Az's sins. And so I make this request of you. Get Az's Floette and give her to me. Oh yeah, no problem. Let me go grab Az's Floette. Let me go get Az's Floette. You know, the thing that he created the World Destroyer device for to bring her back to life. I'll just go take her real quick and give her to you. The shadiest barista I've ever met. Yeah. You know what? That's a great plan. Now, what could possibly go wrong? What about what Floette wants? Use the Go XLR Mini for this mic. I have the Rode NT1, and my mixer is the Focusrite Scarlett. You must see it by now. With Az's special Floette, we should be able to keep Prism Tower controlled. Everything we've learned points to that conclusion. We must stop the tower from going on a rampage if we're ever to achieve the kind of beautiful world Team Flare once dreamed of. And if we can be the ones to protect Lumios, then people will finally see us differently. Do you understand? We were mere children, born to those who chose to join Team Flare. And yet we too became pariahs in the eyes of society when Team Flare was disbanded. Listen, I was 10 years old when I had the moral compass and foresight to not join Team Flare, so I just don't really care. But we couldn't just leave Lumios. What's stopping you? The city is our home too, and we love it as much as anyone else. I'm like, I guess. Fair enough. The only reason Team Flare existed was to make Lumios better, to make all of Kalos better. They're really like Kalosian nationalists, huh? At Nouveau Cafe, we've worked hard to provide coffee to those who have little else. Wow, really, really incredible stuff. As we've worked there, we've also heard the voice of
Pokemon
Lumios'
looks
people.
more fierce when they evolve. The only exception to this rule is Growler. When it evolves into Arcanine, it becomes more handsome, beautiful, depending on the gender, with the charming smile Chars Pog Chars Pog Chars Pog Chars Pog Chars Pog. Shut up, Team Flare.
Wow, so true. What a handsome, beautiful Pokemon Arcanine is. Hi, Tealbot. Good to see you. We understand this city better than anyone else. We know it's people better than anyone else. So if you really want to face me in battle, you'll need more than just a challenger's ticket. You'll need to be ready to hand over Az's Floette to me. I must become the strongest trainer by battling my way through the AZ Royale. I must become the strongest Mega Evolution user. Then I'll be the one to restrain Prism Tower with Az's Floette. I don't think, Grissom, I don't think you know this Floette that well. But I do, and I watched it almost blow up the city to get some people out of my way. Like, I don't think this is a Floette that you can just, like, grab with your hands, you know? Go talk with the rest of Team MZ and decide what it is you really ought to do. It's time they all learned of Az's sins. Go back to Hotel Z. Joke's on you. I already knew Az's sins, and I didn't care. Because I like that he's just old and running a hotel now, personally. You'll never make me hate Az. Yoink. Imagine. It's like a butterfly net. Are you on the Switch 2? I am. I pre-ordered the Switch 2 bundle with this game. You've returned. I heard from Emma what leads you were following up on. I imagined you've learned much of my tale by now, isn't that right? Oh hey, Charlie, did you manage to find Grissom? Oh yeah. He's the guy from the cafe. Your opinion as a professional cosplayer and artisan of the craft. For Halloween, I have nothing prepared. If I get a red t-shirt and green beanie, is it acceptable to be a sriracha bottle? Pfft. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. What a great idea. You know what's fun about Halloween costumes too? You can just make something vague enough that's just a bunch of colors like that. Like that's a really good example actually. Red shirt, green hat. And people might come up to you and be like, yeah, are you Parappa the Rapper? And you're like, I am. Are you from Adventure Time? I am. Yeah, how did you know? Great. And I'm Thai, so it's pretty amazing. Oh, just keeps getting better. Hi, Wooden. Good to see you. No kidding. I went digging into the rumors about Grissom with Emma after our chat. It seems he's one formidable trainer. Plus, he's a part of this group, Team Flare Nouveau, and he's been gathering all sorts of info about Lumiose from customers at Nouveau Cafe. He even seems to know something weird's going on with Prism Tower. Az, is there any chance you could tell us more about the tower given the situation? Yes, I've also been thinking it's time I talked to you all about it. Come, we can speak on the roof. Nice. The roof's a good spot for this. Charlie, you know of the ultimate weapon, don't you? I went to Lysander Labs, that is true. And I shall tell you of the terrible sins I have committed and of my regrets. In the war that occurred 3,000 years ago, many things were lost. So many Pokemon had their future stolen. People lost the everyday lives they'd known. And my Floette was sent to the front lines, where she lost her life. Who? Alright, that's horrible. Why the hell was Floette on the front lines? Which commander? They're like, we don't have enough Rhydon. We need a fairy type. Floette to the front lines. We didn't have any strong defensive typing. We didn't have not even a Florges. Okay. I made a device, a machine that could grant life, all so that I could revive my beloved Floette. I brought Floette back to life, and I got what I had loved most. But my rage had not subsided. I could not forgive the world that had hurt the Pokemon that I loved. In my rage, I remade my device into the ultimate weapon. I put an end to the senseless conflict that would have taken everything from us, by becoming destruction itself. The light fired from the ultimate weapon reached the heavens, then poured down, burning away all that rested upon the earth. But Floette must have known the truth. She must have realized that the life I had given her was stolen from so many other Pokemon. She left me, and I wandered alone for 3,000 years. Pissed! Oh, did you see her? Floette braver than the Marines. She was a Marine. She's on the front lines. Seriously? For 3,000 whole years? During those long years of aimless wandering, a man of great power asked me for my help. He said he wanted a way to protect Kalos. At this, I thought to myself, I cannot make another device that would take from others. But perhaps I could make one that would share the eternal life I had bestowed on Floette. Eiffel Tower. That is what Anj is. Anji? Ange? Angie? Wish I could pronounce these words. That's what's hidden deep within Prism Tower. I built Ange to give meaning to the eternal life I had burdened Floette with. It was, in one sense, my attempt to atone to Floette for what I'd done. This art is so cool. I dreamed of the day when I could use Ange after reuniting with Floette at last. That day did not come to pass, but that was because we were living in a time of peace. But now, Ange, the tower is emitting excessive amounts of mega power even without Mega Floette present. This is only conjecture on my part, but I believe it may be related to the ultimate weapon being fired 5 years ago. That shock awoke Ange and caused the mega power contained within it to spill forth. It has led to the rampant rogue mega evolution. The Pokemon suffer, the people come to harm. There's only one way to put an end to the pain. A mega evolution user must mega evolve Floette and together reach the control panel within Ange. I could never imagine that. Oh, I could never imagine that you and Floette had that kind of history. And the tower, too. So we need the strongest Mega Evolution user to stop the tower from going berserk? Hey, how come Urbane's the only one sitting down? Normally, Pokemon can Mega Evolve when they aren't capable of evolving any further. Shouldn't Floette be able to evolve into Florges? My Floette cannot evolve. Perhaps because she's a special Pokemon, having received the lives of so many others. Though, that is only my conjecture. How's this game? 1 out of 10. I played the others too. So far, with all of its flaws, because it does have some, and I'm playing it on the Switch too, so keep that in mind. I previously rated this a 4.5 out of 5. I would probably give this, I'd give it a strong 8, I'd say, so far. I'm really enjoying the battle system. I love the Pokemon models. The beginning kind of dragged a little bit, but I really don't have a lot of complaints. Like, performance-wise, it's great. Like, I think there's always gonna be some texture issues, sure, until Pokemon gets on top of that, but none that have bothered me or, like, taken away from the gameplay, in my opinion, so. But I don't feel comfortable giving it like a total rating until I finish the game, or at least the main plot. But I'm having a good time. Hi, Vern. Having received the lives of so many others, though, this is only my conjecture. Okay. Floette returning to my side again after 3,000 years was an act of forgiveness. But she likely also returned to me so that I could atone for my sins by stopping the tower. However, I no longer have it in me to do battle as a trainer. I mean, yeah, I guess you might have kicked all these events into motion as, but I'm sure you never dreamed the tower would go berserk like this. Doesn't matter. Az still made this awful mess, and Team MZ is stuck cleaning it up. Or, excuse me, Charlie is stuck cleaning this up. Naveen. I appreciate that Az is trying to right his wrongs, and I owe him as much as any of us do. I don't want to be the bad guy any more than the rest of you, but accountability matters. Naveen's right, to be fair. You do realize we might die trying to fix all this, don't you? Naveen is correct in what he says. I continue to cause you children nothing but trouble because of my own powerlessness. I am truly sorry. I hear you, Az. Just leave this to Team MZ. Charlie? What did I say? It's up to us to keep the tower from going wild. That means you've got to go beat Grisham. I'll win for sure. Knew we could count on you, Charlie. Whatever Grisham and Team Flare's nouveau deal is, it won't stop us from stopping the tower. Now it's time to go see Grisham about your promotion match. Thank you. I will forever be grateful for meeting you all and my dear Team MZ. I was just thinking about this. You know, he was like, you better show up with Floette. Or else. Like, what is he gonna do if I don't? Like, I'm just still gonna Pokemon battle you and then what, I just beat all your Pokemon? What are you gonna do if I refuse? There's a, what's the plan? I need to find a dusk stone. Had a couple drinks. What was your drink of choice? Surely Megastar may have upgraded the rating from 8 out of 10 to 10 out of 10. Oh, I'm sorry. This game has Mega Scolipede in it. So it's a 10 out of 10. And I won't lie, probably the most fun I've had customizing my character in a Pokemon game ever. Just been a great time. There's so many outfits and hairstyle and hair colors. Really good. Okay, also there's a ton of side quests that I haven't even touched that I should really get on top of at some point. He's got all fire Pokemon, yeah? Well, I actually don't know that to be true, but it's just... Is that just one quest hub and there are more, or looked like 100 plus? There's a ton. There's a ton of quests. Some are really easy and some you have to are a little bit more involved, but it's cool. Did you arrive at the answers together with your fellows at Team MZ? Yes, I'll battle you. Honestly, why has Team MZ been trying so hard to reach the top of the ZA Royale anyway? I'm fighting for Floette. Yeah, we know all about the old man, that black flower Floette of his. So all you idiots hope to achieve is helping Az tidy away the mess he made for everyone? Grizel, please, that's too far. But it is true that you, Charlie, don't have any real ties to this city. What reason does some outsider like you have to want to protect Lumiose? Maybe just because there's people in Pokemon that live in it. And I have some pretty good friends that live here now. I care about the Pokemon. I care about the people here. Oh, I like that these are not mutually exclusive. I've come to love this city. Because they have cool shinies. Yeah, did you see my shiny Ariados? That's good. I'm glad you also have something you wish to fight for. But it still pales before my own desire to emerge victorious from this battle. I will become the greatest trainer and use Az's Floette to protect the city from the tower. And I will restore honor to the memory of Team Flare and all who have ever laid their names tied to it. I will make our dream into a reality at last. This is why I must defeat you. No more delays. Let's finish this. Charizard, one piping hot battle to go. Me too. Why is this food truck so controversial? Your resolve is nothing compared to my own. You carry nothing like the burdens that I carry. And yet you think you'll be able to save Lumiose. I'll free you from your past goes crazy. May the flames of Team Flare rage strong and true and burn away all of our shame and regrets. Charizard, let your dark flames pour forth. Oh, so you got a Charizard X, huh? Crazy. I got just the answer for that. What ball is it? Is that a timer ball? Pangoro? That's not a fire type. But that's good for me. Check out my bug. How dare you? Hi, Lopar. Level 60 something. Malamar. Another dark type? Kind of crazy. 2 dark types? There's a fire type. Uh-oh. Oh! Scolipede, you're the best. You're the best. Another dark type? What is this? Dude, is this Charizard about to be a secret third Charizard that's part dark or what? Salamence? Ooh, shoot. I didn't want to use Hydro Pump. Whoops. Oh. My wasted youth. Nothing but ash and ruin. Mega Evolve and burn it all away, Charizard. Not him checking it out. Dragon Rush. Oh, shoot. We'd be alright. We'd be alright. 63. That's kind of crazy. Mega Evolve Starmie, it just towers over Charizard like this. Just looking down at him. Charizard's like, I don't remember this, Mega. You certainly do direct your Pokemon with skill. There's no denying it. Hooray! I did it. You lost. But Charizard and the rest of your team looked happy in that battle, Grissom. If only we could leave behind the name of Team Flare, leave behind Lumiose itself. We'd free ourselves of such a heavy burden. Do you guys know that you can actually just go like dye your hair and get rid of the logo and like go anywhere else at all? But Team Flare and the dreams that Lysander hoped to make real. That world of beauty, that sense of justice still have hold of us, and they tie us to this place. Oh, okay, I see. Lysander may have gone astray, but there was a true righteousness in his heart. His ideals, the care he showed for all of us. If I threw them aside now, I don't know who I'd be. It seems you are now Lumiose's strongest Mega Evolution user, Charlie. Please take care of Prism Tower and our city. Do my best. We're gonna fist bump after that? After what he said? If you have need of us, we will come to your aid. After all, Nouveau exists in order to help others, so we can make the world beautiful together. You guys are saying a lot of things that seem a little dog whistly to me, okay? I don't know about all this. Toward that aim, let me provide you with the TM. After you freed him from his past. True. He said all of that. You can come to Nouveau Cafe anytime. I'll make you one of those pen chamomile teas you like. Oh, that's true. That is what I ordered. He remembered. He's a good barista. I only ordered that one time. Look at Zygarde. Posted up. Pissed. I may have been defeated. I may have found unworthy of becoming Zygarde's trainer, but I'll build a life that shows these things aren't what define me. Grisham. Seems self-serving. Desires crept in and overshadowed the ideals he holds dear. Though I, of course, am to blame for that. Thank you for helping him to see the error of his ways. Prism Tower appears to be near its breaking point. And unfortunately, Zygarde still lacks the last of the cells it needs to use its full strength. When the time comes, I hope you'll be able to protect this city. Or rather, not the city itself, but every living being here in Lumios. Alright. Oh, thank goodness. We can have some croissant curry after all that. Urbane? Are you good? You're a little close. Guess what? I made it to rank A too. Whoa, you both reached rank A the same day? It must have helped you to a lot to have strong teammates like each other to train with. With 2 ranked A trainers, we'll be able to take care of the tower for sure. Urbane is so wild for that. Small observation, your eyes move around so much when you play. Oh, it's true. I know they do. I hope it doesn't bother you too much when you're watching. That one clip of you dissociating. Oh, when I'm playing League, that's exactly what it's like. Not at all. It's just something I noticed. Okay, because I look down to read the subtitles at the bottom, and then I look up at the people, so I feel like I'm doing this the whole time. I suppose that means it's nearly time for Floette to help us resolve this whole situation. I wonder who Floette will choose. Floette? What is it? What's wrong? Uh-oh. Wait, Floette looks like she's in pain. The tower. Is it Ange that's affecting you? You okay? Like she'll be okay. Eye tracker win. If I could figure out how to set it up, I'll do it. I'm pretty sure Floette's worried too. There's no telling if we'll really be able to stop the tower. That's true enough. But we'll never succeed if we let ourselves get too caught up in worrying about things going wrong. Facts. Yeah, now's the time to blow off steam and have some fun. Shake the worries off. Well, I don't know about all that. Got some big wins to celebrate after all. You said it. Rest easy this night. I know that the future of Lumios and of this world will be safe in your hands. Poor Asenheimer. That night. Ooh, it continues. We don't wake up to our alarm. Oh. Charlie, you alright? I'm gonna find out what's happening. Meet me by the elevator. And Charlie sees a new mega. True, the eye tracker's like... Good, everyone's okay. What even was that, an earthquake? No, it's something to do with Prism Tower. It looks like things are taking a turn for the worse. Kanari's streaming about it now. Kanari, the gamer streamer? You're not watching, like, the news? Could you imagine if something like that was going on and I was like, guys, check this out from my cell phone? Instead of you tuning into, like, any local, like, journalist? Let's get to the roof. We gotta see for ourselves. Take your time, elevator. Not like anything urgent's happening. Normally I'd say the slowness is part of its janky charm. Here we go. Getting all 4 of us in this poor little elevator will be a squeeze. Get all the news from streamers these days. I guess that's pretty true, honestly. You definitely get all the opinions. Floette, you're okay. We are fine, but I thank you for your concern. What was that shaking, Az? You recall how Floette seemed pained earlier this evening. I wondered if she might be responding to Ange in some way, so I came up to view the tower. Look there. It's beautiful. Oh my gosh, Prism Tower! I really don't like the look of that glow. The time I feared has come. It won't be long before the tower, before Ange goes rogue as well. What'll happen? The excessive mega power I spoke of before, that which the tower has been emitting, will likely cause an explosion of rogue mega Pokemon, rogue mega evolution across the entire city. It'll be alright. Team MZ is gonna take care of it. Hey, Vinny. This is about the tower? It is. The situation looks dire. We need you on this right away. On it. We'll head out now. Okay, Team MZ. Let's regroup in Centrical Plaza. Once Floette has Mega Evolved, she can take on the power of the tower. The power of Ange. Then the tower can assume the form it was always intended to take. Ange Floette. Ooh. We must help the tower attain its true form if we are to stop it from destroying the city. I would only slow you down if I were to go, so I will remain here and support you from afar. Maybe you can cook us up something good to celebrate when we get back, Az. You wish for me to cook? It's a fine idea. I'm familiar with so many different cuisines. He's like, I thought you'd never ask. All I do is read. So many cookbooks. Floette, good luck. I'm counting on you. Guys, which Pokemon do you think killed Floette on the front lines in the original war 3,000 years ago? What do you think happened? Like, that sounds so horrible. What could have possibly... That's so awful. I know you prove yourself equal to this task, Charlie. I'm so grateful that our paths crossed. Oh. My little worm. Hello? Rayquaza Point Blank Hyper Beam? Rayquaza's like a fairy Pokemon? Obliterate it immediately. That's crazy. Rayquaza would never. Rayquaza's for keeping the earth safe. It'd probably be some like... I think it's gotta be a Poisonmon. That's my guess. Rayquazodia! Obliterate beam! Oh no. It would probably be another frontline Mon, right? Dude, I want to know more about this war so badly. Like, I want the story. I want the full story. Give us that game eventually. Please. Before Asenheimer. Show me the war. Actually, let's just have everybody on the squad for right now. I know there's been so much reference about it. It looks like we got all of Team MZ here. Oh, sorry, it's Vinny. I'm afraid there's no time to waste, so allow me to get straight to the point. The tower is emitting more Mega Power by the minute. If it keeps up this pace, the entire city will be overrun with rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. Floette's on it. We appreciate you joining us, Floette. Az has assured us that we can still rectify the situation as long as we have you and a trainer who can help you achieve Mega Evolution. Team MZ, you're in the remarkable position of having 2 trainers who've achieved Ranked A, so I must ask, which of you will attempt to subdue the tower? Oh, are we gonna battle right now? I'll do it. Hey, you and Charlie are both rank A now, Urbane. That's right, so we should battle so I can prove that I'm the strongest trainer. And then I'll be the one to save every person and Pokemon in Lumiose. Sound fair, Vinny? That's what you both wish. I can hardly stand in your way. Alright, Charlie, talk to me when you're ready to battle. He's got Emboar. He's got Meganium. I hope I get to see them both Mega Evolve. And he's got Manectric. Oh boy. Oh wait, hold on, sorry. I missed a message in chat. Let me just move this over really fast. I know there's been so much reference to this war. I just need to know what happens. Would you accept a little dono gift on Halloween? I'm sorry, please don't be mad at me. What? I don't understand. Why would I be mad at you? You don't have to send me anything. Okay. A dance of Dragonites. A feast for Corviknights. Now this is what I'm talking about. Keep them coming. This is good stuff. Or Meganium. I don't know, I think we'll be okay. I don't have to, but I will. But you really don't have to. There's no need. Time to use the strongest Pokemon trainer, and we'll take control of the tower. We're ready when you are, Vinny. A clash of Nidokings. Oh, a clash of Kinglers? Clash of Nidokings. This is good stuff. I'm gonna prove that I'm up to this no matter what comes after. Oh. For those that come after. France? Whoa. I won't lose to you. I'll win for the city. I knew you'd say that. The winner tackles the tower. Let's do this. For those that come after. You stop! Oh man, Meowstic. Oh, I should have set up Reflect. It's okay. Oh. Whoa. What stopped me? You might be Team MZ's secret weapon, but I'm our leader for a reason. Emboar. Yes! Show it to me. Wait. Why aren't you showing it to me? Show it to me right now. Wah! I didn't mean for this. I have messed up greatly. Get him! I knocked him out. I may not have found the person I came here for yet, but I've met so many people I care about. Wait, I took out the Emboar. Avalugg? That's crazy. Anyways. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My Dragalge doesn't have Flamethrower. This is not good. Icicle Crash. Oh, brother. Scolipede, roll out. That did nothing. Oh, no. What'd they do? Did they change Avalugg's stats? What's going on? He just keeps hitting the protects. That's wild. I'm gonna be the one to fix the tower with Floette so everyone can keep living their happy lives. Alright, Urbane. Protect again? Oh. Actually. Ooh. Ah, this is not good. Come on, Starmie. If I'm gonna protect everyone in Lumiose, I can't go losing to you. Udra? That's not his last Pokemon. Oh, it is Meganium. Okay. Yikes. Draco Meteor was crazy. Uh-oh. Ow. Alright, show it to me. Oh, Meganium. Here we go. I can't believe you got me down to my last Pokemon. You're a great trainer, that's for sure. Well, I don't know. I've made some questionable decisions this battle. She has bloomed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Leech Seed? Okay, we're alright, we're alright. We're okay. Whew. That was not what I was expecting from Meganium. I like the flowers going up her neck though, it's pretty. I have to look at that back in the Pokedex. You really are Lumiose' greatest trainer and the strongest Mega Evolution user. You know, I'm really happy we met. Having you as a member of the Team MZ makes me proud to call myself its leader. Hey, did you see the Pyroar and Charizard, the Team Flare guys in the background? It was a superb battle. He's glazing too much around his pockets. Now then, if the both of you are ready... Yeah, can you heal my team? Oh, thank you. Thank goodness. I'm not a fan. Yeah, hold on, I want to look at it. It's a little underwhelming, I can't lie. It's a little underwhelming, but it's not like I don't hate it. I like her feet a lot, and I like her antenna. Meganium's just cute. What can I say? I want to squish them. They look squishy. All the flowers. Oh wait, I have Dragalge now. Hold on, I want to see what the... It spits a liquid that causes the regenerative power of cells to run wild. The liquid is deadly poison to everything other than itself. Hello? Wait, it actually causes cancer? It has cancer spit? Guys, that's a little crazy. I don't know about that. That's a little bit crazy. Cancer cannon? What? Whoa. Oh, all right. Okay, hold on. I don't know about all that. What's the Feraligatr one? I've gone full to look at this game. Oh, I got you, Zen. Hold on. The episode of Super Jail, What a Wonderful Day for Cancer. I have not seen Super Jail. I've never seen... I don't know what that show is. No, wait. Please. Please let me go instead. What? But Charlie won. You said. I know what I said, but I still want to do my part to protect the people and Pokemon of Lumiose. And as the trainer strong enough to beat me, I think Charlie has a job only she can do. What do you mean? Charlie, you're the trainer that the legendary Pokemon Zygarde found worthy. That's why I wanted to ask you and Zygarde to jump in and protect Lumiose if things go south. The person I'm looking for is still somewhere in the city, not to mention everyone else. Lumiose is our home. Floette and I want to make sure it stays safe for all of us, people and Pokemon. Understood. I will also aid Charlie down here as needed. Huh. Guess you were ready to do what needs to be done no matter who won. Well, he's not Team MZ's leader for nothing. Why couldn't you have led with that, Urbane? Az is calling. I'll put him on speaker. What's up, Az? I hope you'll forgive me for sending you to face this most important of battles without me. Seems that a life of 3,000 years truly is asking more than a single human body can give. I get it. All the stress about Prism Tower must be really taking a toll on you. Well, if we won't let the 3,000 years you waited to reunite with Floette go to waste. Team MC's here to handle things so you two can live in peace again. Your kindness means much, Urbane. Charlie. Lita. Naveen. I have faith in each of you. I have hoped to protect Lumiose, to protect the entire region of Kalos. Carry on where I could not. Safeguard the people and Pokemon of this city. They are her future. And to my dear Floette, I ask that you lend our Team MZ all the might of the Eternal Flower. You heard the man, Floette. Urbane has zero reverence. Zero reverence for Az, just spilling his guts right now. Naveen doesn't even look like he wants to be a side character. Naveen is definitely too cool for us, without a doubt. I love his character. Just love it. I don't know, he might be my favorite NPC so far. Like as a friend. Well, she's got her little Mega Stone. She's so cute. That's Floetitite Stone. Alright, Floette, Mega Evolve. Whoa. Let's go, Floette. That looks crazy. Urbane really stole this moment from me. I'm just gonna put it out there. Whoa. They struck the tower. That look.
I hope it's okay to call you a beautiful goddess, Charlie.
Thank you for the resub, Malamar. I appreciate it. Oh, I didn't. This is going. Hold on. Hi, Tyler. Okay, Floette. Here goes nothing. Dang, Urbane got to live stream this, sit on the cool Prism throne. Hi, XD. Urbane's streaming like he think he's Canary. Urbane? This is Vinny speaking. The light from the tower appears to be fading, over. Oh. We gotta get up there. Oh my god. Is that Floette? Or is that Ange? Oh, is that Ange Floette? What's going on? I thought he had it under control. Doesn't look like it's under control to me. It's going completely wild. Those things growing out of it, they look like parts of Floette's eternal flower. I must go update our Quizarticoing team and issue new orders. Stay safe, all of you. We get down to the street? I suppose we better. We wouldn't want to be up here if there's more tremors. Wait. Hold on. Can I just do something really fast? Hold on. Just don't mind me. Give me just a moment here. Where is it? I think it's right at the end of this one. What am I looking at? Hold on, hold on. I don't know when it starts. Oh, I'm sorry. I had to put on the Expedition 33 battle music. We're gonna fucking fight the Eiffel Tower right now. That soundtrack is so good. Okay. Can you hear me? As long as you have fun, XD. Tyler? I knew Lumos was big, but seeing it like this, thinking on the people going about their lives down below, I appreciate it more than ever. Listen, Team MZ, it's up to us to protect the city, no matter what it takes. Backing up for a second, I'm glad you're alive. How are you not more scared for your life? Urbane, what's going on up there? Are you alright? I'm safe, I think. Megafloet's got my back. But the tower's gone totally berserk. It's acting like a rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. I can't control it at all. It's trying to fire off Megafloet's moves. What should we do? If this doesn't win Soundtrack of the Year, I'm rioting with the French because they probably will riot too. True. I completely agree. I mean, I'd love a hand, but I'm not sure what exactly you should do. Wait, I think... What is it? I see Zygarde on a rooftop in the Magenta District. You should head there. I think it may be waiting for you. Hurry. Now, why would Zygarde not just come to me? Urbane, can you hold that thought a moment? Before, we need Charlie to team up with Zygarde. Uh-oh. I think the tower going rogue is causing other Pokemon to undergo rogue Mega Evolution. Oh no. Not the Gengar. Gengar and Bois. Oh, we got the squad though. Okay. Oh, she has her Starmie! Sweet. Yikes. Oh no. Ah. Did I get knocked out by the Starmie? Wait a minute. Anyway. I blinked, what happened? I think I got hit by like a stray beam, I'll be honest. And thus the world ended. Yeah, Lita's Starmie hit me in the back of the head. We need the music. Stop right there. True, hold on. Let me go put on. I don't know which one is the... I was looking for a specific song and I can't find it. It was like specifically the battle music. I mean, it's all good. I was in the battle music OST. I just don't know which song was it. What if I just do... Here we go. Hold on. We'll just play it from here. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot I'm dual streaming to YouTube. That's for sure gonna get my freaking YouTube stream copyright struck. Damn it. Try to have one leak if it's the one you're looking for. Please send it here. We'll permit. If it's then I can at least find it on Spotify maybe. There you go. Oh yeah. Renoir first battle for sure, for sure, for sure.
Just followed.
It was a good run on YouTube. I really tried, you know. Oh, this is it? I think I might have messed it up. Alright, sorry, we're just skipping the dialogue because we already read it. Are you live on YouTube? You didn't get any notification about it? I'm supposed to be. It says it's all connected. I'm supposed to be live on YouTube too. Oh, this is just Renoir. Whoops. I messed it up. I don't see you on YouTube? What? I wonder what happened. Wait, weird. It says I'm live on both. Sorry for the intermission, for the millionth intermission. Let's just see. Oh, I wonder, it must have disconnected for some reason. Damn it. Why would it do this? Well, on the plus side, you won't get a copyright strike. I mean, that's true. That is true. Alright, we'll just keep it up then. You know, blessing in disguise. Dang. All the music playing at once. This is this. I've got to stop this. There's too many drums happening right now. Whoa, I gotta move. I gotta move out of here. Oh. Dang. That Mega Gengar looks so naughty, dude. He just looks so up to no good. Wait, can I? Oh no! Guess all I can do. I can't close combat the Gengar. Whoops. That's nice. Yeah, they kind of put hands on us, honestly. Whew. Good thing we managed to calm them. Here, Charlie, I'll heal your Pokemon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, hang on. I've got an idea. Here we go, just what we need. What for? Well, what does Team MZ we need to plan? Charlie knows, right? Oh, a strategy meeting. Right now? Alright, we've got 2 objectives. Calm down the rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon all over the city, and rescue Urbane and Floette from the tower. Ice cream cone getting in there. Wait, she was one of the halves of the lemonade stand, right? Correct. Correct. We ought to consider what Urbane proposed for starters. Going to meet Zygarde? Yeah, but getting to this, it's going to be rough. There's a ton of building debris in the way, not to mention those roots that the tower sprouted. I could take the rooftops. I could climb the wreckage. You think you could climb that wreckage and then go via the rooftops? I know you're great, Charlie, but that's a lot for any one person. Even with our trusty partners, I doubt we 3 could make it all the way to Zygarde on our own. Oh, what's zappin', Team MZ? Kanari from Dynamo is here to help jumpstart this show. Nice. What? Check it. I brought backup too. Based. I like when all the all the champions come together. This reminds me of Gen 5 when all the gym leaders came together to fight what was it, Plasma? What are you doing crashing our meeting? I just thought you might need some help sorting all this out, Charlie. I like that he addresses only me. The Fist of Justice will not stand by. Our city's in danger. You can count on us. Good to see you're all still unscathed, Team MZ. I've had my hands rather full fielding calls for the top-ranked trainers who we were provided with Mega Rings by Quizartico Incorporated. I was trying to explain the entire situation. However, Miss Kanari here decided she'd rather move straight to crashing Team MZ's group chat. How we got on this call's hardly important now. What's going on? How can we help? Right. According to Urbane, who's up in the tower right now, we need to find a way to reach the Magenta District rooftops where Zygarde's waiting. What? Get it to come here instead. Yeah, that's the smart thing, right? Could it be that Zygarde is testing Charlie's abilities? Who's to say what's going on in Zygarde's head? Let's just help Charlie get over to it. Thanks, Corbo. Oh, my hell. Allure, the thought of entrusting you few with such a crucial task fills me with unease. Nice for you to show up immediately start complaining, princess. I was having Laban gather information. We elites know better than to rush in blindly. Now, if you'll all check your Rotom phones, I have sent you each of our findings. This image shows an aerial view of Centrico Plaza. At its center sits Prism Tower, out of which grows the vicious floral monstrosity. Yikes, what a mess. Not even Pops could fix all that overnight. We need to do something about those flowers before anyone has any fixing. What do you say, Mr. Justice? Think you could take him with those big muscles of yours? Thank you for the compliment, but even my seasoned strength would not be nearly enough. I believe our priority right now is to secure a route for Charlie. That much I'm certain we can handle between us. Hold up, did Ivor just say something reasonable? Now that's a shock. He's right, with all of us working together, we can clear a way for Charlie. Very well, let us decide amongst ourselves who will handle each area. Alright, let's go over what we decided. Damn voices, dude. Each of us is gonna try and take the rogue Pokemon at bay in our area. Charlie will come up and link with us and we can collab on clearing a path to Zygarde. A collab? Thank you so much. Who knows what we would have done without you. Alright, easy, Naveen. We're lucky that all of us high-ranked trainers are scattered evenly throughout Lumios's 5 districts. If you would all indulge me for a moment, I have one minor concern to raise. Now, we're in the middle of the emergency. It occurs to me that Grisham is not among us. I mean, that's true, but shouldn't we focus on what those who are here can do? His absence will vex me until he competes in the next Super Turno de Jacinth. You can worry about your precious tournament later, Jacinth. Honestly, do you even get how crazy it is that we're all here like this? We've come from all walks of life, yet we cross paths simply due to our various ties to the city. Then butted heads in our promotion matches. And now we're helping each other out. Yeah. And you all lost to me. Charlie! One last bit of advice from the detective charged with protecting Lumios. Trust in L. He's not like the old Lysander from Team Flare. I'm sure he has no interest in taking lives. Trust in Zygarde and lend it your strength. I'll take care of everyone outside of Centrico Plaza, so please take care of things where you are. Come on, you lot. It's up to us to save our city. Aye, aye. That was for real the wildest strategy meeting we've ever had. And that's true, because Jacinth crashed one of them in real life, not a hologram. Like, she just appeared. And that was still crazier, so that's true. No time to focus on that, Lita. The crucial part's still to come. Right, we don't even know yet what we're up to when we're gonna stop the tower. I guess we gotta bet everything on the possibility Urbane mentioned that Zygarde can help us fix this mess. First, head for the rendezvous point where Ivor and Gwyn are waiting. Dude, thank God Felipe was not also in that meeting. I don't think I could have jumped all those voices around. The struggle. Wait. Wrong way. I'm so confused. No, I do go this way, yeah? Or is this just back up to where I was? I don't know, maybe I can jump from a rooftop or something. I mean, not really. Oh, I can't. Oh. Oh, there's literally just a path. There's just a path over there. I see. It wasn't even like hidden. I just needed to walk this way. Dude. Hell no. Hell no, what do you mean? Dude, Mecha Kangaskhan is actually just me and my baby. That's what Ray looks like. Charlie. Ivor, martial arts prodigy and founder of the Fist of Justice, at your service. She knows who you are, dummy. We'll take point in the district as was discussed at the strategy meeting. If you're wondering, I was the one holding Ivor's phone during the meeting, as usual. He'd crush it in his giant fists otherwise. The rogue Pokemon certainly are out in force. A dire situation such as this requires teamwork. We must battle arm in arm to make it through. Do anything arm in arm with Ivor and he'll break your bones. Just stick with me, okay, Charlie? Okay, guys. What a scary trio. What a scary trio that is. Oh, look at Pidgeot on the ground, though. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice to see? Oh, I wasn't paying attention to where... Yikes. Oh, yeah, we just need an Ice Fang. We're literally fine. Where's Garchomp? Oh. Oh, we missed? Not this time, though. Oh! There we go. Thank goodness. Really, is college a scam? I'm not really someone that you should ask. I didn't go to college. I took one semester of college and then I ended up taking like a collegiate course for dog training and dog behavior, but it was through its own program and apprenticeship, so I don't really have good insight on whether it was a scam or not. Oh my god. There's no end to them, but there's also no one getting angry at me for battling too much. At last, it's time for me to unleash the strength I've gained training with the Fist of Justice. Ivor, remember the plan. We're fighting to get Charlie to the next rendezvous point. Time for me to make a stand. Go on ahead, Charlie. Hurry. Oh, Gwen, you're fighting for me at last? Wrong again, Ivor. Charlie, bump me. Good luck. Okay, I love her. She's so cute. Stop. Let's get moving. Dude, good luck. Gwen. Chandelure. Honestly, Chandelure just has to look at Scizor and he dies, but 2 Mega Sharpedos? Catch me if you can. Oh, she's running. That's also smart. That's also a good move. Mr. Miyagi. No B there. Good stuff. Oh, we're RP running? I can't go faster than this? Come on, Scolipede. RP run with us. Hey, Charlie, what are your religious and political views? Let's get wild. Yay, quiet. Let's go back to XDs in the chat. How about? Seems we cannot reach the bridge due to all this debris. I could simply leap across the water with my finely honed muscles, but that's no help to you. What, you can't pick me up and do it? Machamp can't do it? We'd best find another way. Any clever ideas, Charlie? Yes, get Machamp to do exactly what you just said. We could use some of the rubble. A pile of paneling could help. I see. The section of the wall that was around the tower could make a fine bridge if we can knock it down. Thanks, Tyler. Even my mighty fist may struggle to fell such a massive target. Phalanx. Time to mega evolve. One trainer, one Pokemon, one heart. Justice Punch! Wow. It made a perfect bridge. There you go. A way across. It was making me nervous to leave you unsupervised, Ivor, so here I am. I see Phalanx saved the day. Quinn, you're alive! Quiet down. Of course I'm alive. My apologies. I can't help but worry about you ever since the time you went missing. Save your concern for Lumiose, not me. Right. Let's see the plan through to its finish. Other rogue Pokemon will undoubtedly appear. Hurry to Zygarde, Charlie. Yes, go on ahead. For Lumiose. I'd just be handing out fist bumps. I just be fist bumping everybody. We're just buddies, you know? That poor middle Phalanx. He's truly like the foundation of that mega. Did I? Okay, for a second I thought I went the wrong way. You just know the top head Phalanx gets all the credit while the middle Phalanx does all the real heavy lifting. And don't forget the Phalanx that are the feet, man. That's gotta be hard too. But the middle Phalanx, he's the guy. Imagine getting to be the sword Phalanx. So sick. Yo. Things ain't looking great, huh? There's some big boys. Those poor Pokemon ain't exactly acting out of fun either. Acting out for fun of it either. So we doing something about it, or? Yeah, we have to. Like I said in the strategy meeting, we're here to help you out. Lumiose is my city. I was born and raised here. There's no way I'm sitting this out. Don't count me out either, kid. It ain't luck that ran my construction company all these years. I'll never let Kanari deal with this alone. Besides, I can't just stand by while my city takes a beating. Feel bad for Blastoise and Steelix. Looks like Rogue Mega Evolution's really hurting them. Let's go, Charlie. These rogue Pokemon ain't gonna save themselves. What are those tank tops they're wearing? With the sweat. They're all in her merch. Grandpappy owns the construction site, so all the big, strong construction men are in these tank tops. We'll work on putting together some scaffolding so you can keep moving ahead. Look lively, folks. We got a big job to do. You got it, boss. You there. This is a work site, not a stand back and watch site. Zap to it. I beg your pardon? Me? You want me to help you too? Come on, Charlie. Show us why we should call you the strongest Mega Evolution user. Why is this a Chippendale screw? That's just what construction workers look like. They're all jacked. Oh. I actually don't have anything to answer Blastoise, if I'm being honest. I hit him with the toxic. That's my best bet. I love dodging with the Mega Evolution. It's so satisfying. Uh-oh. Yikes. Can I? Come on, Starmie. Beautiful. Whew. You may be the MVP of the Sierra Royale, but me and Electros get the reward for most improved. Love it, Kanari. Let me heal up your hardworking Pokemon. I keep slipping into some sort of Bostonian accent with her, and I think it's because they keep writing M. And I'm so sorry. I don't know why it keeps happening. We got our work done while you were battling. Feast your eyes on our scaffolding masterpiece. Dang, Pops, you didn't have to go this hard. Like, seriously, we just needed a path forward. If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing. Excadrill and the team really pulled out all the stops. Damn, they did all of this? This is the best construction team in the world. I think it's fair to say it's our finest, most amazing scaffolding course yet. I'm sure you're up for the challenge, eh, kid? Nobody needs a challenge right now. When Lumiose needs fixing, we fix it right up. And we can repair lives that are... We can't repair lives that are lost. So we're counting on you to get out there and do your thing. Me and Electros can take care of any rogue Pokemon. Go, Charlie. Okie dokie. They have the lighting. They set up the lights? This is a little extra. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of fist bumps. A lot of fist bumps this stream. You got a shiny Scolipede, you're so lucky. Tyler got a shiny Scolipede and then he traded it to me. So I'm keeping out an eye out for any shiny that I can earn back or give back to him. Also, I was planning on hunting for shiny Scolipede anyway, and I probably still will for like an alpha Scolipede once I get the shiny charm. Nice landing, kid. That'll look really good on the stream. Hey, listen. It did look pretty good on the stream. Careful there, kid. He's in my ear. This is my Lucius Fox right now. I need nothing back. Hey, I might find something good. You don't take it away yet. Stay focused until the end. Lumiose is counting on you. Look at all these lights and colors. So extra. You guys did not do all this. You gotta jump, kid. Now why? Yeah, you carry yourself like a pro. I'm impressed. Very impressed. Is this what you guys do on the job site? That's crazy. He said, how can I content farm this? Goal. I expect a booster box of Pokemon. You have my address. Aye, aye, sir. This is what we use our Poke dollars for. I know, imagine being a regular resident of this city and being like, this cannot be what my taxes are going towards right now. Nicely done, kid. We put our hearts and souls in that obstacle course and you cleared it beautifully. Obstacle course. Why was it an obstacle course? Ooh, 2 Beedrill and a Lopunny? Uh-oh, looks like trouble just joined the chat. Oh, God, that's you guys. Uh-oh. Look who it is, trouble in the chat right now. Guess that's the price of being the cutest, coolest, cleverest streamer in Lumiose. You mean in Kalos, yeah? Anyway, how's your back holding up, Pops? Whoa. It'll hold up however long it needs to for my city and my grandkid. Now go for it, folks. The deadline's looming. Wait, he said Lumiose. Tarragon watches Iono, guys. I don't even know if breeding's in this game. That's probably not the method I would use anyway for shiny hunting right now. Any percent speedrun mode? Let's go. Shiny Noibat was one of the first Pokemon that I shiny hunted for in the Masuda method, though. In basically this game. Greetings, I've been expecting you. Where's Jacinth? Not this game, but you know what I mean. Kalos 10 years ago. Hello there, my dear Charlie. You must be terribly disappointed to be met by Laban instead of myself. I do apologize. Unfortunately, there's work elsewhere to which only an elite like myself can attend, such as liaising with the mayor and mobilizing the forces needed to defend our city. Which is why my dear Laban is present to support you on my behalf. She is as fine a battler as you will ever meet, so I expect that she will be the some of assistance to you. And so, my dear Charlie, I kindly ask that you pacify those poor rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon before I arrive there. Now, I send you all my love and best wishes with this beautiful bump of my fist. Oh no, we miss you so much. Come back. Laban, I trust you will do your utmost to aid our dear friend. Try not to be a hindrance. With that, I bid you adieu. Yeesh, she loves running her mouth. As if I'd ever be a hindrance. Give me a break. After all, it's not every day I get to take on a worthy opponent like rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. Don't worry, I know this isn't just fun and games. These Pokemon have Mega Evolved against their will and they're suffering from it. Well, my partner and I are going to use our strength to free them from their suffering. Let's do this. Dude, she's so... I love her. Her design is so good. I love that she has like her alter ego. Look at Salamence walking on the ground. That's so satisfying. Oh, I'm so happy these Pokemon are free. At least the air Pokemon, you know, the flying ones. I don't know if I've ever really taken a good look at Mega Aggron. Wait, I can still toxic them? That doesn't seem right. What? What are you yelling at me for? My husband is informing me that the new pocket set just dropped. That was awesome. You killed it out there. So many fist bumps. Locke, you were so right. Man, it feels great to battle side by side with someone who's not uptight. Fighting besides Jacinth is always kind of a struggle for me, honestly. What is it you struggle with, Laban? What the heck did you... I mean, how long? It was nothing, Lady Jacinth. Pay no mind. Well, we will revisit your attitude and choice of words another time. Oh. For now, it appears some uninvited guests have decided to join us, Laban. Dude, Mega Abomasnow looks crazy. Naturally, Lady Jacinth, your renown draws crowds, but I fear they have us outnumbered. You have a point. They look like quite a handful, even with the combined efforts of myself, Laban, and you, Charlie. I think this calls for a secret weapon. Yes, Lady Jacinth, kindly follow me this way. Your attention, please, dear Pokemon. Oh yeah, the Wonder Pig stuff came out. Allow me to welcome you to Lady Jacinth's personal battle arena. Jacinth Zone on. Oh, that's so smart, actually. Trapped him in the Jacinth Zone. Yeah, this happened to me too. It was an Eevee, but I didn't get it, so it was in the same spot, and then it was in one. Not that you were gonna pick it no matter what. Wow. Unfortunate. The Jacinth Zone should be enough to impede any Pokemon. Please continue on, Charlie. Let's go, Dragalge. You and me are gonna keep these streets safe. Nice. Was it in the top left for Andy? It was in the top right. Come, my dearest Clefable, let us show your new friends and the finest hospitality for Lumiose. Oh, the daily missions give you the Wonder Hourglasses now. That's nice. They give you both. Sorry, not to. They give you both the Wonder Hourglasses and the regular Hourglasses. Let me quickly save. Okay, let me see. I don't know. Oh, he's ripping a 10-pack of the megas right now. Think I want to open these packs for the new set for Pocket. Because they're all out now. But I wanted to check to see what the premium rewards were first. Hold on, let's. If only you swap picks, literally, it was perfect. Otherwise. Let's go over here. Oh, he got the shiny Pikachu. My camera sucks at doing this. This is why we use the other. I messed it up. Sorry.
I think when they do shinies now, I think it's the 6th.
Yeah, they did say that. They made it so shinies are the 6th card. I'm trying to plug in my phone. My pocket won't open for some reason? No. I hope it starts to work for you. Let me get this. Andy's shirt looks like a flesh tone, so I thought he was naked. It's actually like a creamsicle in person. So it doesn't look very fleshy. But on camera, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Where is my... There we go. Okay. Let me just... Oh, actually, I gotta turn this off for a second. Sorry, I forgot how to set this up. Do not disturb. There we go. Now it's good. Now I'm just gonna swap to Pocket for a minute. Pocket. Hashtag gifted by Pokemon. Oh, I guess in this stream. how to show this on here. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can get the application to share on the sorry, I'm so bad at explaining this when I'm trying to do it. On the vertical stream. Oh, there we go. We'll see how that looks. It probably looks terrible, but it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay. Malamar, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying to me at all. Oh, he got the Mega Gyarados. That's cool. Oh, I need to buy. Dang it. Hold on. I have to turn this off again for a moment. So I can I can buy the new stuff. Oh, the limited time events. Hold on, I'll have to show that again in a second. Oh, it's Altaria. Oh, that's really pretty. I like it. No, it's to purchase. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to use... Pokemon sent me in-game currency, and I'm just trying to figure out how to use it. Was there maintenance for the new Mega Pack set? I wonder if that's the reason why I couldn't access Pocket for the whole day till now. Oh yeah, you do have to update your app and everything. That is very true. What do I use? Oh, it just uses your credit automatically. Okay, never mind. It's all integrated. I don't know why I thought it would be anything different. So I've got 25. Alright, we're just... Oh, he got the Rainbow Rare Jolteon! It has a big mouth. It's so cute. Dang it. Oh, my camera sucks. For that specifically, my camera sucks. Okay, sorry, I'm almost done. There we go. All right, let's see what all this stuff was. Really fast. Oh yeah, and so in the limited time events, whatever these new promo reissue tickets are, you can get some of the promo cards you missed out on, which is amazing because I've missed out on 2. I literally don't have a single Lycanroc, and it was very frustrating. So I'm super excited about that. Okay, now, oh, let me show you the premium stuff I just got actually, so you can see it. Oh, it's not here anymore. Dang it. Well, it's Altaria stuff. It looks cool. So Mega Gyarados has Gyarados, Jolteon, Absol, Marlin. Mega Blaziken has Blaziken, Luxray, Rapidash, Pinsir, May.
What's the other mega?
Pinsir. Mega Pinsir. Altaria has Whimsicott. Mega Ampharos. That looks really cool. Dang, I couldn't see it. Oh. Like those. Okay, I think we gotta rip. Let's just open 10 each. Why not? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Pokemon gifted me gold. But I had a bunch of hourglasses too. I'll probably be able to rip more than that. Dude, this Hydreigon card though. Roar in Unison. The move's called Hyper Ray. That's my baby. She's a Hyper Ray. Not to. If your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned, this attack does 70 more damage. Venoshock, so it's just like a worse Scolipede. But it's not a stage 3, so you can't even use Lily on it or Rare Candy. So yeah, I think all around. Oh, Hitting Hammer. Flip 2 coins. If both of them are heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. Kind of a fun card. You get to use your coin if it's not in a deck that usually uses a coin. Copycat! Look! It's Duplica! Hello? I didn't even read what it was. Whoops. Marlin, Sandshrew, Heatmore. Delcatty. Search for friends. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put a supporter from a supporter card from your discard pile into your hand. A new Pidgeot. Baby Pidgeot. Lots of discard energies. Oh, I should have read the Sudowoodo card. Fur coat. Huh? Oh, wait, what was that? Eevee? They're mana hands. Flip 2 coins. Attack does 30 damage for each heads. Nice. You already gone? You're leaving? Did you get anything else? Wait, stay while I rip the rest of the packs. What the heck? Okay, love you. Later. Boosted evolution. As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, it can evolve during your first turn or the turn you play it. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. You could play that with something really fast, like Jolteon. I would imagine, like the baby Jolteon. That seems very good for that. Like if you attacked seconds, so you got the energy on the first turn, you could use baby Jolteon and that Eevee and just immediately do 60 damage. And that's not even if you didn't have like a single Eevee boost. That's crazy. That seems very strong. Okay, we'll open 10 Blazikins. Okay, no immediate pops, but that's okay. Doesn't necessarily mean there's not anything. Sometimes I forget that I can look at this on my screen instead of just on my phone. Like a giant screen of this on my computer. Archeops. Wild Spin. This attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. During your next turn, this Pokemon's Wild Spin does 20 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. It's Hala. It's the kahuna going to the Laguna. Waterfish. It's okay. At least we're getting a lot of these. At least we're just getting a lot of cards that we don't have. Kinda wish I got a freaking Blaziken though. We'll have more opportunities. Happy 1 year of Pocket. True! Happy 1st anniversary Pokemon Pocket. Okay, and we'll do Altaria. Oh! 2 pops. This one has a noise indicator. Goomy. Sticky membrane. As long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon cost 1 more. Oh, interesting. Kind of oppressive. There's the other Goomy. Baby Altaria. Second Goomy. Guys, where's my streamer luck? What's happening? Got Rillaboom. Once during your turn, you may flip a coin. If heads, switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active slot. Oh. That's kind of cool. Chandelure. Slow Seer. Once during your turn, you may discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Whoa, that seems way OP. Do we have any way to pull cards out of the discard pile? Like that seems so OP. Interesting. Hi Zero, good to see you. Fishing net for water types, that's true, but I mean for everyone else, like that might be game ending. They discard your Charizard or something, you know? Discard your rare candy, your middle evolution. Zero I am, thank you so much. The brand new set for Pokemon Pocket came out. I was gifted some gold by Pokemon to open some packs. I'm very excited about it. Alright, well, I feel like I need to try and open Blaziken again. First. we didn't get any pulls. Give us something. Oh, okay, 1 noise indicator at least. Hopefully some good. Pausers. My husband actually got incredible pulls. Fire Patch. A little shiny Rowlet. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yay! Put 2 random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. For each Pokemon you put into your hand in this way, choose a Pokemon to shuffle from your hand into your deck. Oh, that's cool. We love a full art trainer card. Oh, thank you, Psych. It's teal and I like the Owlet. Yeah, Rowlet's great. No hate to Rowlet. I'm glad we got at least 1 full art so far. Oof. Give me some EXs. I want the playable cards. I ever give you my long-winded rant about Rowlet like Ducklet? What do you got against Rowlet? What could Rowlet have possibly done to you? Where's the streamer luck? Guys, what do we need to do before I open these? What do we need to do? What chant can I say? What can I say? Make a sacrifice? I don't have anything that I could sacrifice at the moment. He did nothing to me. Oh, okay. Man, I don't know. Totodile, can you like bless this? Can you just help me, Totodile? Click it. Slide the pack. Yeah. Right. We got one. Oh, sorry, Totodile. Sacrifice happened after all. We got one indicator. I hope I get her full art. It's so pretty. Oh, finally an EX card. Let's go. Okay, watch over. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 damage from your active Pokemon. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, okay. Kind of like Espeon, Alakazam mixed together a little bit. Tealbot, thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. Hopefully that helped. I hope so. Thank you. We got Ampharos. Hey, if anything, it got me a single EX card, and I am grateful. 2 EX cards. I have the set. Very good. Is there like a strongest lightning Pokemon at this point? Yeah, there's some pretty strong lightning Pokemon, I would say. 2 Chandelure. We'll take it. One of the fastest decks in the game right now is Jolteon, Zeraora, and Oricorio. And Oricorio can't be affected by EX Pokemon. So it's really thrown a wrench in some people's decks. But I think it's fun. It's a deck that I enjoy playing. Alright, I guess we gotta go 10 more to Gyarados. Oh, Arceus, praise be thy name. Is that sacrilegious? Oh no. Give me a full art, please, oh please, oh please. Oh, Pancham. You know, ask and you shall receive, as they say. Something of the sort. Heavy helmet, I gotta read what that does. I love that copycat card. Oh, another Pancham. Maybe Arceus can help me out with these fucking fossils and give me a shiny Tyrant. I hope that he can. Help us both out. Oh my gosh, I'm actually hitting nothing. I am hitting so much nothing. Help me. Do I have one left? I have one 10-pack? Do we do deck lists in the Discord? Yeah, you're more than welcome to. I will happily post some. Okay, we need a little bit more. I think there's... Hold on. I think I can get some stuff really fast. Let's go to the missions first. I love this. You can get your Wonder Hourglasses too. That's so good. Yeah, they brought back all the promo events. Just Pretty awesome. None of these are pack hourglasses, but it's okay. We'll just collect them anyway.
Channel just followed.
Oh. All the login stuff. Wait, did I miss? Oh. Okay, I just almost panicked thinking that I missed out on getting my Rainbow Rare EVEX. Look how cute this card is. Is it not just wonderful? The gang's all here. Yeah. Okay, we can do, I think, a solo mission. Oh, the promo drops mission. Do some of these to get some hourglasses real fast. Then we should be good. Oh. Dude, my vertical stream hasn't had the it hasn't had the Pokemon Pockets up the whole time. I'm such a good streamer. Excellent. Dang it, dude. Whoa, look at those card backs. Those are cool. All right. Take it. This must be pay to win card backs. You're probably right. They look really nice. I'm a fan. Oh no. Oh no. Only one energy. And 6 spins, that's not good. Well, at least we can attack with Moltres now. I've gotten used to using Magby here. Yeah, I don't blame you. What does this even do? Flip a coin. If heads, attack does 70 more damage. Yikes. Oh, and he used Will? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yikes. That's not good. Not good, not good at all. Oh my god, please. I don't... Oh no. I don't have a single rare candy. I'm gonna lose to the AI. Just have to hope that he gets tails. My god, my luck is horrible right now. Yeah, Mega Pinsir EX. Okay, well at least he for sure didn't have Will. Oh my god, that's so lucky. Stop. Alright, well. Not me thinking this Charizard deck was just gonna be smooth sailing. Well. It's alright, we'll try this instead. Let's try this instead. This ice cream? Thank you. I have gotten nothing. Yeah. I got a full art May, and I've got some of the regular full arts, but the only EX I've gotten is Indeedee, and it's just been the regular Indeedee. So I'm trying to do this right now so that I can hopefully open another 10 pack. Which one should I open when I do it? Should I do Gyarados, Blaziken, or Altaria? I know, this is the AI battle. I don't know, it's new.
That's the thing.
Yeah, they look really good. What is it? Oh, that's just what the old set was, the black and silver one, right? That's awesome. There we go. Thanks for the ice cream. That Pinsir is so scary. Love you. Then we just moved on up here. Fire energy. Please don't have Will again. I have a feeling that it's going to. That Lilligant card is so good. Oh, thank goodness. I haven't lost a card yet though, so I think I'll be okay maybe, hopefully. This is fine. I think I can just put Leafeon in and then we'll be good. Because when you take out a Mega, it's 3 points, right? I mean, not that it mattered anyway, but sweet. There we go. Got 7 hourglasses from that. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so if you take out the mega, you auto win. Oh, we'll do a couple more of these battles. I don't have a very good water deck right now, I'm realizing. We'll just do this. This one's kind of troll, but it's fine. We'll see if it works. I noticed that every set that's released in Evolution has released two EXs minimum. And this set they released Jolteon EX and not Vaporeon EX. And it just feels a little bit like where is she? Where's my Vaporeon EX? I feel a little bit hurt. I want the Vaporeon Rainbow Rare. I want to see what the ability is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Discard a fire energy from this Pokemon. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned. Ooh. Yikes. It's 120? At least Glaceon's weak to steel. The Lily, that's not good. Oh no! Oh. Dude. Yeah, take that. Take that 10 damage. We're in trouble. What? What'd you get? Did you get a God Pack? Oh! Oh! My husband just got a God Pack.
Oh!
Show the
That's fucking.
show the stream. Look, he got the gold card at the end. That's awesome. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. He got the Rapidash, the Hitmonchan, Corviknight, Hala.
That's crazy.
But that was his free pack
That's my
for the
first
day.
game ever.
That's awesome. What?
When I say like the racist.
Shut up.
In that football movie, I love football movies.
You don't even like football movies.
I don't like racism either, so.
What even movie is
Actually,
that?
in our
What movie is that?
Hold on, I'm talking. In our house, we take a really strong stand.
Yeah.
In case you guys were wondering,
I don't think anyone was.
we're anti-racist in this house.
That's true.
When we see people who are racist, we fucking attack them.
No, we don't. Go. Get it. Just go away. Hey, Kai. You're gonna make me attack you in a minute. Kyler. Oh, Kyler. Andy says hi and he loves you, by the way. Ask Andrew if he thought that my AI videos were funny. He walked away. He thought some of them were funny, I know. He told me some of them were. I don't like the Sora videos. They make me really uncomfortable, honestly. They're so uncanny valley to me. I think they're freaky. This deck sucks. I am just using the wrong one. This is not going to yield good results at all. There's switch drops for TCG Pocket now? Do I have drops on, or is it just in general? I just got one. Oh, sick. Nice. What did you get? Congrats. Oh, that's not enough. I just know that someone that plays this game is looking at this deck right now like, what is this weird poison Glaceon deck? I should have just used the Gyarados deck. The old tried and true Gyarados Greninja deck. I don't know what I'm trying to be special for. Kanichi! Hey, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? What were you freaking streaming? Isn't it crazy that Blaziken evolves from Combusken? Combusken just looks so goofy, just a little silly chicken, you know? "12 hourglasses for packs and picks." Oh, that's awesome! Wait, I'm so glad. Uh-oh. Dude, I'm not winning this. I don't know what to do. Let's just see what I can open actually first before I try this anymore. Hello there, got back in Diablo 4. Oh, sweet. Sweet. I don't remember which Diablo I played. I want to say it was 3 that I played a lot of. I didn't play a lot of 2, so sorry. And sorry in advance for even saying that out loud. Oh yeah, look, this is all the special stuff. That's awesome. Okay, let's just see. Can we open 10 of these? Alright. We can open 10. Let's try it. Give us something good, hopefully. At least one pop, maybe. This is our last 10 pack. Another Pancham, alright. Roly Colioli. Tortuga. Avalug. Terrakion. Oh my gosh. Chat, is it over for me? Got baby Gyarados. Dude, I'm not pulling anything. Stop. I'll take it. I'll take a Hippowdon. Flip a coin if tails during your next turn's Pokemon can't attack. Oh, it's not very good. This Jellicent card, look at this. Look at how stretchy he is. It's a little freak. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, take a watered energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. Ooh, bouncy body. Oh! A little Poliwag. Polly? Thought you were online, so I figured why not. I need to call tonight, though. It's later than I meant to stay up. Have a great evening and stream. Hey, thank you, Kenichi. I really appreciate the raid. You have a great rest of your night. Good luck to your future Diablo runs. Welb. Dang, dude. I opened a lot of cards and I got a lot of no EXs. No. No. Look at this. This is the unluckiest I've ever been. Oh! I have more shop gold. And more hourglasses. What? I didn't even know. I didn't claim everything? Whoops. Oh, I got some dev team stuff. Okay, it's not all done yet. Hold on. 1 pack magic? Thank you. Thank you for this bountiful EX harvest. Alright, come on, Gyarados. These were these. I thought stream ended because I wasn't hearing anything. I tapped back in and it was frozen for me. Oh no! How long has it been frozen? That's tragic. Alright, Blaziken pack. I would appreciate a Blaziken. Damn. Give me an EX, please! I beg. I beg of thee. I want this mega, or not mega, I want this, this Jolteon. Can we open up any more? We can open up at least one. Yay! Darkness Claw, your opponent reveals their hand, choose a supporter card you find there and discard it. Ooh, that's rude. But I'll take it. Thank goodness. The last I saw was Floette Eiffel Tower. Dang. You've actually been gone for a while then. That's crazy. Sorry that happened, Cam. I don't know why it froze. Alright. Select 1 Mega Evolution Pokemon card. Oh, that was Mega Absol EX. Even better. Even better. These are cool. I gotta get the Gyarados emblem. So cool. Dang. Well, that's all I got from Pocket tonight, at least. Unfort. But you know what? My luck was bound. It was bound to run out eventually, you know? I've been pretty dang lucky in that game. Okay, dang. It's 1 in the morning, so I'm gonna go to sleep. I am so tired. I hope you guys have a really good night. Thank you for hanging out with me. We're gonna play more ZA probably tomorrow. Likely tomorrow. Hunk shoe. Oh, hi Ryuka, good to see you. I hope you guys enjoy the new set. Hopefully you have better luck than me. Hopefully all the good luck goes to you guys and you get some good pulls. If you pull anything cool and you want to share it, or if you're looking for people to trade cards with or anything, our community is pretty active in Pokemon Pocket, so feel free to join the Discord. At the very least, I'm very active in Pokemon Pocket, and as you can see, I have a bunch of bulk cards now. So if you're missing a few of those, I'm happy to trade and share and make friends. It seems like 900 hourglasses, so I can't wait. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna do all those trainer battles tonight. Or, well, probably not tonight because it's 1 AM, but over the next few days at least, so we can open some more packs. Because I want to see what else I can get. There's so many good cards. Maybe I should have been patient. I opened 10 and it went crazy. Good. I'm glad it went crazy for somebody. Alright, you guys. I hope you have a really good night. I will see you later. I'll try and fix the YouTube stream. I don't know why it's not working. Who knows? There's always something going on, right?